Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's message. Today, okay, so basically I went to pick up my cards and they all fell on the floor. And just as I was about to shuffle, I got all the cards together, they were all upright, and I had the Empress at the top of the deck. And as I split the deck to shuffle, we had the Ace of Cups. And I had the Ace of Cups in my mind's eye during meditation. So I felt it was really relevant to listen to my intuition and listen to what spirit is calling me to share with you today. So first and foremost, we've got there is a significant message around the number 13. Obviously, the Empress is number 3, but this is quite important for anybody who's listening. You could have a birthday on the 13th or something associated with the 13th. There is a message here for you to look out for. And basically, it is saying how the energy is preparing for the foundation in the 5D. So irregardless of the cards, the channeled message that I was getting is for twin flames who are genuinely feeling it's the detachment phase. You are basically in a phase of complete surrender, and this is the message for you. So basically it's saying that the energy that you're going through, the surrender and the letting go, doesn't mean you don't love your divine masculine. It's saying that you're loving yourself, you're choosing unconditional love. And in the state of surrender, you are no longer tugging or pulling or pushing on anything that isn't in alignment with your highest vibration, highest love. So the phase that some divine feminines and divine masculines are in a complete surrender, complete letting go of the connection. And that again isn't to say that you don't love each other. It's just there's no more resistance anymore. There's no more resistance in terms of what it should and should not be. And it's just allowing and accepting it for what it is right now and whatever it's supposed to turn out to be. And this is a big, big stage for the twin flames. This stage of surrender is so beautiful because it's basically saying that the energy that you cultivate in the 5D, the union that you are in the 5D is being generated, it's being magnified. And that is energetic foundation to prepare for union in the 3D. So when you're in the 3D, there are blocks within, and those blocks are often mirrored back to us from our twin. We must thank them for that, obviously. Whatever is coming up for us via our twin flame is something that we really need to look at ourselves in the mirror and figure out what is it that I need to look at myself. What am I healing? What am I facing? What am I blocking? And this is in the way of physical union between the twin flames, but the energy is unstable, right? It's not going to work when you have that instability, the imbalance, the separation. Because there is separation in the 5D, there is going to be separation in the 3D. So until there is the intensity, the duality, the polarity for twin flames, this is very extreme. There is a yin yang, dark, light, good, bad. There is a polarity for the twin flames. So until they can come into union and be energetically stable in the 5D, this is where you get to the state of surrender, and then you end up creating the synergy, the energy to ground union in the physical state. So for a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines who are listening, if you're in this state of surrender, please let me know in the comments box, what stage of the twin flame journey are you in? Are you fully surrendered, or are you just wanting to surrender because you want to be in union in the 5D, 3D? So when you're truly surrendering, you're allowing your divine masculine to be who they are, you're being who you are, and you're allowing divine timing to run its natural course. And there is no forcing, there is no agenda, there is just this deep, deep sense of being, of serenity, of peace, of love. And no matter what you're doing, you can embody that feeling. And there is no pressure for your divine masculine to come in or not. And this is the beauty of being in complete surrender. So when you're divine feminines, when you're in your empress, you're finding the victory in your own routine, in your day to day. You're grateful for what you have. You're cultivating this light, the sun, the harmony, the dance, the joy, the happiness that you are being able to create in this lifetime. And in this unconditional love, you're spreading this out into the world. And that in itself is a big, big message, just to say none of these journeys are going to fail you. This journey in itself is exactly where it's supposed to be, because you are here to help the collective. So how are you raising your own vibration for the highest and best good? And in return, that energy is coming back to you, because like attracts like, you know? So this is where there is this polarity between you and your divine masculine. And in the state of surrender, you're allowing it to be whatever it is and coming in when the time is right. So we're going to go through a series of messages. And I was wondering what is happening for the divine masculines at this time in their physical space. So what is happening at this time? And then I'm going to pull some energy cards. So I feel like this is a really great time to move on to the next hurdle. So thank you, angels, guides, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team. What are the overall energies that we're getting today for the twin flames? I'm not sure whether this is going to be my last reading with the views, because I should be back to my normal space soon. So let's see where we're at energetically. 8 of Wands. For those of you who haven't been in communication, for those of you who have been at a loss regarding, and I love that, the fact that the Ace of Cups wants to pull through too, and I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, the Empress, obviously. So I did shuffle, but basically we're seeing the 8 of Wands is allowing you to move on from this previous state of longing, of wanting, of pining for your divine masculine. And now you're in this state of surrender, that things are coming to you in the most beautiful way. They're going to come to you regarding career, regarding finance, regarding adventures. Like things are just coming and illuminating to you. But also this is communication for the divine masculine and feminine in the 5D. So in this connection, energetically, there is this sense of wholeness, of communion, of community, of serenity where you are right now. So some of you may be in communication, some of you may not. But what I'm getting is you're coming through this phase of letting the past go, letting the old wounds heal, surrendering to your own divinity in order for things to completely shed and new roots, new seeds to be planted and grown. This has been a very difficult time for the divine feminines, that whatever you're feeling, divine feminines, the divine masculines have been going through this too. That you think that it was only you thinking about your divine masculine or wanting to be with one another, but the divine masculines have been feeling this too. There has been this push-pull energy. And as soon as you surrender, this is giving you the allowance to heal, to whittle down to where you are without manipulating or shifting the energy to be whatever it's supposed to be. You're allowing it to be whatever it's supposed to be. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So really, you've gone through this transition phase of, you know, you're communicating clearly about what you want to yourself. You're mending your heart. You're allowing yourself to not be manipulated and coerced in any other ways. Energetically, you are in your sovereign power. You are beginning to see this queen within you, as soon as you tap into your emotions. So what is happening for the divine masculine's head space? And what is happening for the divine masculines in their heart space? What is happening for the divine feminines in their head space? And what is happening for the divine feminines in their heart space? I absolutely love these cards because we've got progression from the head to the heart, from the Page of the Swords to the Knight of the Swords. Now, if you haven't seen the reading regarding why there is a significant message for the Page of Swords, please go check that out. It is labeled Page of Swords reading. It is very important for the divine masculines to see this connection back to stage one, back to its foundation, back to its renewed state, back to the beginning. And they themselves are learning the way they can do that is going to be unique and specific to you and your divine masculine, to you and yourself, divine feminines who are listening. And their heart space is running towards the adventure, the joy, the happiness, the new beginnings I'm getting. So this is very much a beautiful message just to say things are being progressed. Even if you may not see it, divine feminines, things are being progressed very quickly for the divine masculines. They are able to learn the lessons, to begin again, and they are looking forward to this new adventure. For the divine feminines, we have got a lot of thoughts going on in their heads. A lot of ego has been pronounced, a lot of ego has been shed. And this makes sense when the energy is talking about surrender. When you have been asked to choose between your thought and your heart, you've chosen your heart. When you've been asked to choose between your ego and your soul, you've chosen your soul. And even if you're being the authority of your own abundance within your heart space, you are well aware that you get to choose again. That those things, those thoughts, those trauma, those wounds that come up, you are able to sit with them, to process them, and to then choose again, to choose the feeling, to choose the emotions, to choose the next steps. And I feel like this is very important for the divine masculines and feminines at this time. So what is happening in the physical space and what is happening in the mental space for the divine masculines? What is happening in the physical space and the mental space? So again, this is more about the feeling remorseful, letting go of the past. Physically, they are reflecting on the things that have not worked out. But they're able, this is beautiful, because in the physical and the mental space, even though there has been shedding and remorse and guilt and shame and regret and fear have come up, they're able to sit with it, just as you have, divine feminine, in previous cards. Just as you have, they are now beginning to understand that mentally they get to choose again. They get to choose again. And physically, divine feminines, you are seeking your own abundance. Yeah, you have the King of Pentacles in your heart space, but that's actually radiating from your heart into every area of your life. Which area of your life do you need to bring love into? Irregardless of your divine masculine being here, this is the complete surrender. And the beautiful thing about the 10-10, not so much the 10 of swords, but what I'm getting now is the 10-10 is a new portal. It's a new cycle. It's a new vortex that you're entering that will get you to the next stage. And what that next stage is, well, who knows, but it's going to be quite special. What is happening in the emotional space for the divine masculines, and what is happening in the spiritual space? What is happening in the emotional space for the divine feminines? What is happening in the physical space? The emotional space for the divine masculines, they are getting into their emotions. Now, there was another card that basically I was thinking of during my meditation, and I'm so glad when I split the deck, it came through, because it is about that yin yang balance energy. How are you balancing your energies in the 5D? How are you being in union in the 5D? So your divine masculine is heavily connecting to you in your dream state, is what I'm getting. The divine masculine, there's two versions of them, but they're the same person. So when it comes to this connection, what I'm getting is there are two versions of them in this connection. One of them is trying to be logical, the other one is trying to be emotional and heart-centered. But in the emotions, the divine masculine is winning over their heart space, yeah, in their emotions. They are beginning to understand that they've gone through that inner turmoil, they've gone through that heartache, that pain, and they're wondering where this is going to take them next. And spiritually, they are in alignment. Number 17 may be very significant for some of you. It could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary. But basically, what I'm getting is the divine masculines have wished for this in the spiritual realm. Not only are they connecting with you in the 5D, they are knowing that this had been documented, contracted in the 5D between the both of you. Whereas you, divine feminines, know that you can just sit and rest with your emotions right now, that you don't need to do or be anything other than where you are right now. And spiritually, you are connecting to the highest and best source for your guidance. So instead of asking your friends and family for advice, instead of asking about your connection, you're going higher or you're going within and you're bringing in this state of consciousness that is beyond anything that you've ever felt before. What is going on in the sexual space for the divine masculines? And what is going on in the sexual space for the divine feminines? Now, as we've noticed, I'm just going to ignore the divine masculines right now. We've got the king and the queen of cups in the divine feminine's energy. So even though they're separate, we have it in the heart space. We have it in the sexual space. So when these two energies merge, there is this infinite bond that is radiating towards the divine masculine. And actually, the divine masculines are hurrying towards this call, towards this energy, because this is in an alignment with their spiritual ascension, with their union with you in the 5D. And that's what I'm getting right now. So, what are the messages for the divine masculines and how they're feeling towards their divine feminines at this time? For those of you who are not in communication, oh wow, amazing. We have the Temperance card. For those of you who are not in communication, the divine masculines are truly trying to balance their 5D and their 3D emotions, their head and their heart, their physical and their mental, their spiritual and their 3D versions of themselves. When it comes to understanding this connection, they no longer need to justify it with logic or to validate it in the external. But what they are trying to do is bring in this energy into the 5D. So what they feel about you is something more of a spiritual sense that they never really were. This is only for those divine masculines who never really were spiritual. I feel like this is giving them the bells. It's ringing in their ears that there is something angelic about you, divine feminines. There's something angelic about this connection. There's something that they can't quite put their finger on. Similarly to how you probably felt, divine feminines, when you first were in separation. Like there's something about this connection, but I can't figure it out. What is it? What is it about this person? And then obviously you decided to just let it go and be in it and understand that this is my person. Whereas the divine masculines, only some of them are beginning to understand this level of angelic spiritual support. And if we've got the 7 and the 14, we're getting this harmony in the 5D, that how are they balancing all this energy, all this fast movement? It's happening really, really quickly in the 5D. So what about the divine feminines? How are their divine feminines feeling about their divine masculines at this time? The Queen of Wands. Are there any clarifications and any more messages for the divine masculines who are watching for the divine feminines? There's way too many messages. I'm only going to pick that one thing. You're not meant to know. And at the bottom of the deck, we had the Ace of Cups. So this is about you cultivating your own sense of inner knowing and a well-being, knowing that things that I don't know about what's going on in my divine masculine's life isn't meant for me. I'm not meant to know right now because it's none of my business. And this is a good thing because in this time, you're cultivating your own cup of love. You're cultivating your own serenity. So what is the challenges for the divine masculines at this time? What is the challenges for the divine masculines at this time? Staying stagnant, stepping into the spirituality. Some of them are resisting this inner knowing that you are the one because they've just not been able to tangibly find the answers in the 3D. What is the challenges for the divine feminines at this time? What is the challenge for the divine feminines at this time? I knew this card was going to come out because I saw it before, but it was the Tower card. And I wish I'd shown you, but obviously I didn't. The challenge for the divine feminine is going through their own mental struggle. Going through the bottom of the deck is the ego. Having passed these tests and getting deeper into the state of surrender means you're ignoring what previously held you down, what previously kept you in this emotional imbalance, turmoil. And now you're able to see that you are persevering with a connection, even if you're surrendered and detached, that you can still be in it, but you don't have to be having this stranglehold on the connection. What is happening in the near future for the divine masculines in the connection? What is happening for the divine masculines in the near future for this connection? So you've got the Seven of Pentacles that came out in the neutral position. They are in the process of looking at new option 7-7. So a big shift in their physical space, the big changes, big moves. But they are not yet sowing the seeds of this new beginning. So this is where I'm seeing that when they're cultivating and harvesting this energy from the 3D to the 5D, they're understanding the spiritual connection. They're understanding what it is, which seeds they do want to focus on and cultivate. They want to be working on something and they want to legitimately take their time, energy, and focus and attention on this one thing. This is very, very positive. I didn't even finish asking the question. For the divine feminines, the challenges that I'm getting, it is really about getting out of your own headspace. 9-9 here. We've got 7-7 here, 9-9 here. There is a lot of duplication going. None of this needs to be harder than it is. The twin flame journey is already difficult, but you're moving on to that next stage, divine feminines. You're moving into this sense of being. You're staying strong in your will and your determination, but also allowing yourself to really refine what your emotions are about, what your emotions are navigating you towards, and also your intuition. How do you tap into your intuition? How do you tap into your highest version of yourself? What is the next steps between the divine masculines and feminines who are listening to this reading? Remember, these are general readings, so if you do resonate with some of them, let me know in the comments box. If you don't, then I am offering personal readings. There is literally a few sessions left next week, but other than that, I'm not going to have any sessions available until a week in December. So hit me up on divinesacredtarot@gmail.com if you want a personal reading. What are the next steps for the divine masculines and feminines who are listening and watching these messages? Can I get 3 more cards, please, Spirit? The Hermit card for me, that came up in a personal reading for a divine feminine who's saying you've gone through the struggle, you've gone through the chaos, you've gone through persevering with the connection. And in this regard, you're moving forward into the highest level of ascension that you need. You're no longer at the bottom of the stairs, climbing the stairs. You are at the top of the stairs, engaging in the higher divinity, the source energy, your God within, God outside, whatever you resonate with, source, light, your own higher self, the goddess. I feel like this moving forward is you're literally just rising and rising and rising. And you have no idea how good it's going to get. No idea how good it's going to get. As soon as I said that, the Five of Wands came out, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Do you remember right at the beginning, we had the Page of Swords, and it was saying how things are being moved forward. Oh, pardon me, we've had the Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords. How are things being moved forward? How are you upskilling? When you're able to upskill to this level of knowledge of sovereign nature, you're able to cultivate the love that you've always harbored and invested in. And this is the offer that is going to be coming into the both of you. Your divine masculine had never been in this type of connection because they didn't understand it. And vice versa, you didn't understand it either, which is why you've been persevering and holding on, divine feminines. But the key thing to this message is neither of you understood the meaning of the connection until you got deeper into the meaning of why you're here on this earth. What is the significance of this connection in particular? To elevate the energy, to offer your service to the world, to be the light that you are in this world. And together, you're able to harvest this energy and fill up more cups for more people. So that's why the divine is saying, harvest this energy, ground this energy in the 5D, allow this energy to bubble and balance. Because when those cups are full individually, you are going to come together and pour into more of those cups. When that happens, you're going to be able to be in physical union in this 3D reality. But there's also a new beginning for the both of you in terms of how you are being of service into this world. I'm going to leave the messages right there, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and for just being amazing. And thank you so much for all my beautiful angels who watch this reading. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.